Let's watch this. This is Andrew Schulz goes in on the Nelk, Steiny from the Nelk Boys. I don't know anything about these guys. I know Andrew Schulz. I've seen some of his comedy. He's a pretty funny guy. I enjoy him. I heard of this thing, and now I'm just kind of curious. Somebody sent it to me, which makes me more curious, of course. But I'm curious about the interaction, like how he went in and like what's the story around it. So I guess this is that clip. So let's watch it.
What bothers you the most right now?
Nothing.
Nothing bothers you?
You looking at your phone while we're doing this interview. And
Oh, well, that's rude. You shouldn't be doing that. Unless you're Destiny, then you could do it. I'm just kidding. He writes stuff down on his thing.
everybody's seeming disinterested.
Were you looking at notes or texting girls?
Notes.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Me taking time out of my day to do this and then feeling
Dude,
like
I'm
I'm forcing you guys to do the podcast.
I've never been more excited to do a podcast.
Say again?
I've never been more excited. I'm sorry. I
Don't apologize. You don't have
No.
to apologize. You asked me what annoyed me, and I gave you an honest answer.
Wait, are you being serious about that?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be serious about that? I mean, I get it. This guy's like, I don't know how popular or famous or whatever the Nelk Boys are. They seem pretty popular, but I mean, you have a guest on, especially somebody who is at least comparable to your size. Like, you should respect their time by not being on your phone. It doesn't seem like the hottest take in the world. Huh?
That annoyed me.
Really?
Yes.
So if
Is
someone
that surprising to you?
well, if I'm looking at my notes, I have some things personally that I want to ask you. Not on there.
Okay.
So I can't look at that and then ask you that.
Oh, well, then that's fair. If it's just notes, is it really just notes? I mean, I don't know how often it was happening. But...
I mean, you can, I guess.
What if someone in the audience is on their phone when you're doing that?
Then they're gonna get the same treatment you got.
Would you call them out?
Yes.
Have you done that before?
Yes.
And how's that reaction?
Good.
They get as offensive as I do?
I don't think you're offensive. I think you're offended.
Offended, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's true that he's just on there looking at notes. If you know, then like I would get offended too if you were calling me out like that. I'd be like, bro, I'm just on my phone for notes. Or if he's just making an excuse though, then I mean, Andrew Schulz actually might be the baby in this situation.
Yeah.
All right, well, my fault.
There's no fault. It's fine.
Or maybe he's just busting his chops a little bit because he's a comedian. You know, I don't know. It's hard to tell because some comedians might just do that, but then also he might just use like I'm busting your chops as like an excuse to go in a little harder than you might normally, you know.
No, you asked me how I felt. I gave you an honest reaction.
All right, my
No, I
bad.
guess he's being honest. It's not a joke.
Fuck. Have you met Izzy?
No, but
Not
what do
really,
you think
no.
of his vibe?
Oh, so this is like over the period of time, huh? Interesting.
Bro, he's the best.
His vibes.
I saw him.
Oh, he was lying. He let it. He was. Oh, was that confirmed, or are we just assuming that?
Make a comment at a press conference where he was like, yo, I'm gonna do a TikTok dance once I beat you.
Yeah.
And that really just like made me
Threw
not
you
a
the
fan
way.
anymore.
Why?
Is this-
You
is-
do TikToks like 3 times.
I know, but I'm not
like a day.
I'm not
Wait,
really,
I met Izzy.
Wait, he's not a fan of somebody because they did TikTok dances? That's incredible. That's interesting.
at a press conference where he was like, yo, I'm gonna do a TikTok dance once I beat you.
Yeah.
And that really just like made me
Threw
not
you
a
the
fan
way.
anymore.
Why?
this-
You
is-
do TikToks like 3 times.
I know, but I'm not
like a day.
I'm not a fucking UFC warrior, bro. Like I'm not in the ring fighting against somebody.
Is
You
this?
do TikToks with
Yeah,
Gabe.
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Wait, so he's saying that because the guy is very masculine, he's not allowed to do something that would be considered feminine, like a TikTok dance? Who cares? Oh, this guy's really insecure, huh? What the fuck? This guy's a weirdo.
Are you on TikTok?
I'm trying to understand. Like, is this your character? Are you like the hater or something? Like, what's?
Who am I hating on?
I'm just like, I'm trying to understand. Like,
You're hating on Izzy for doing TikTok dances when you do TikTok dances.
No,
with
like
Gabe.
I love Justin Poirier.
Can
But
I
I'm
show,
trying to
can I show
understand.
Schulz your last TikTok
yeah.
No.
before you delete
Can
it?
you explain what the dynamic is here?
Schulz,
Like, you
ready?
guys are like friends with these people. You're the newest, so you could take the shots. Like, I'm trying to understand what it is. Like, you're gonna have to see him.
Bro, that's fine.
This is Steiny's last TikTok.
That's funny.
Yeah. He's got
Okay.
a sense of humor. He's a comedian.
That's funny.
I know, but
Show him the rest of the page.
But that's like TikTok.
But he's making fun of TikToks.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
See, he's got a real comedian here.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's one of those things where you're only allowed to do something if you do it unironically, or ironically rather. Is that what we're talking about? That's fucking crazy.
Real comedian.
I feel like people doing something like unironically can sometimes be a little more cringe than actually doing it. Because to me, and it depends, but to me that almost communicates that you're like insecure about doing something, so you're pretending that it's just something you're doing ironically. When that's actually how you feel. You know what I mean?
No? Dap
Yeah.
up or no?
Yeah.
We're not there yet?
Yeah. We're there.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing.
No, but
are
he-
you guys friends with each other?
Yeah.
Like,
Why, you don't
genuinely?
get that vibe?
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
because the chemistry is weird.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It's just I don't get it.
What's confusing
It's
though?
just an
so I can help
awkward
break it down for you.
podcast. It's like a weird.
Dude, there's animosity here, bro. This is wild. So I can break it down for you.
Nick, like, do you guys like? Do you have stories where you like bust balls? Like, are there?
Yeah, well, we usually have a different guy who sits in.
Yeah.
We wanted to have Steve on this one, so
Yeah,
he sat
with
in.
Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Brad too.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, this guy's got to know what he's getting into if he's going and hanging out with these guys and they're all like busting chops this hard, right? Like Andrew Schulz seems to know the dynamic is they're gonna go fucking, they're gonna have like a fucking fight every time they talk.
He's great. And what, Brad usually drives it or something like that?
What do you mean?
Like, is he usually driving the interview?
Why? You don't think we're doing a good job of that?
No, not really. I mean, it's not my favorite.
Because these are all different segments, right? It's not my favorite. That's wild. That's fucking crazy.
Is this a joke? I don't understand.
He's getting so sensitive.
Right? Like, I don't know. Like, are you guys having a good time?
I was until that guy.
Is this what it's normally like?
No, I mean, I was having a good time.
Okay.
I feel bad. I feel like he came at me a little bit there.
Why do you feel bad?
Well, you can't act like that with a comedian, bro. When it comes to like a comedy situation, if a comedian's busting your balls, they're usually like, I mean, it depends on the person or what exactly is happening. But if a comedian is like, we'll say, dissatisfied with what's happening, and they start like acting like a dick to you like that, you can't respond by going, I'm sad. You have to fuck with them back in like a funny way. And I feel like he was kind of doing that in the other clips, and now he just seems to be taking it so personally. He seems to be taking it so weirdly personally. What is this? And that's like that's a little bit of a problem there. You can't be doing that, brother.
I just feel like you targeted me. Did you or no? Did someone tell you to do that?
No.
Why'd
I thought
come
you were
at me
just
so
being a
hard?
little annoying.
How?
I think you're annoying.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah.
Jeez.
What makes you think that?
I don't know.
It's gonna be like a therapy session.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck?
Are you like, I don't know if you're playing a character or you're having like an insecure moment. If you're having a vulnerable, insecure moment, then I want to like
No,
talk
I mean,
about
I'm
it.
kind of
Oh, okay. So it seems like he thinks that it's just a character, and that's why he's like playing into it. Why not play into it and have a little bit of fun? What the hell?
playing something, but what?
Oh, if you're playing
what did I
something-
say that triggered
Well,
you
no,
to say
is
that?
it
What did
shy?
I
I
say
think-
that triggered you?
Do you find it hard
Triggered
to be
you.
yourself?
That's what I do, bro.
Do you think
But I get shit on a lot for doing that.
it's hard to be around
If you get shit on a lot for being yourself, man, I mean that's sad. You need to get better friends. I don't know what to tell you. It's just sad, man.
people who are being themselves
But
and
wait,
not
what
be
did
yourself?
what did I do that pissed you off?
I wouldn't say I was pissed off. Why would you say
Or what did I do that annoyed you?
you were the one that came back and said that you felt hurt?
I do feel hurt because I feel like you got pissed off at me.
Well, that's what happens when you have real reactions when you're being phony.
When was
you're
I phony?
with somebody
When
and
was
then
I
you get a
phony
real
with you?
reaction, you can't be upset.
When was I phony
But
with
you're
you?
doing exactly what you should do. You should try to get your moments. This is a good moment for you.
Bro, you're crazy. You think I'm doing this for clicks?
Even the way your voice sounds when you say it isn't real.
Are you
Do
serious?
you think you're being real?
Isn't that part of it though? Like some of it's like a little bit of like a little intent. I mean, I feel like this is like such a setup for like such a positive, like, oh, we got our balls busted by Andrew Schulz. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't this be a really positive thing? They deleted this podcast because of how like embarrassed they were.
I'm just trying to
you.
be
I
you.
mean, I'm supposed to be.
He's not really like. Here's my thing. He's not really. I don't think he's trying to take them down a peg. It looks more like he's just like. It sounds like he had a general frustration in some capacity. And and then like he expressed it in like a joking manner because he's a comedian, and instead of these guys taking it on the chin and like maybe busting balls back or something, he's getting actually offended, and it's starting to escalate in like this weird way,
connected with you as fucking Mish Bucha right now, but like you're coming at me, so I'm curious.
He thinks I'm Jewish.
You are, aren't you?
No.
Oh,
What?
No, you're done. Take a lap. Fuck.
Is Schultz not Jewish? Oh, okay.
Take a lap, bro.
You would do this to your Jewish brother, huh?
No, never.
Wow.
That we roll like that.
Wow. Just say how you honestly feel.
I feel good, bro. I think you're pretty.
You don't
funny.
feel good. You don't feel good. You feel insecure right now because you think I don't like you.
I do
Why
feel
do you
that
think? Why do you think I don't like you?
Because you turned on me like probably like an hour 20 into the pod.
And was there anything that maybe you
Wait a minute, for an
did
hour
to
and
change
20?
my energy towards you?
Yes.
Or how about this? Do you think that I gave you a fair shot in the beginning?
You did, but I sent a text during the pod, and I think that's when it turned. Is
Right.
that when it turned?
Oh, he did send a text.
Maybe. I don't know. Your line of questioning after that wasn't great. But I do sense
might-
that you're playing a bit of a character, and I don't have as much of a tolerance for characters as I do for authenticity.
You don't think I'm being authentic?
I think in certain moments you were, and that kind of like irritates me.
In what? Can you give us?
Oh, so he got caught in his phone, like at school, and he lied about it. Now he's just feeling upset. He's like the kid and the teacher takes away your phone because you're fucking around too much, and instead of just taking the L and being like, all right, I fucked up, he's like getting offended by it. Okay, interesting.
An
Especially
example?
if it's antagonistic. If you're playing a character because you're insecure and you're just trying to do your best to like exist in this moment, which is a high stakes moment, that's okay.
But can you give me an example of when you felt that I was playing a character?
I think you need attention. I think you're doing anything you can to get attention. And right now you're making this podcast about you, which is the most boring part of the conversation. We have much more interesting people to do.
Bro, this is so hurtful. Oh my god, I think I might cry. I'd say, damn, brother, why are you making me cry like that? That makes me so sad. You really got to get thicker skin if you're gonna talk to like a comedian.
Discuss whose lives
this
are more
planned or no?
fascinating.
No.
Oh fuck! I don't ever want to do a podcast again. Straight up.
Even that doesn't sound real.
You might have just retired him.
No, straight
No,
up.
I
Why
think
the
you
fuck would
should.
I ever do this shit again?
I honestly can't tell if you're playing a character or not. And I think that that's a real problem. I think it's a real
How
like
do I know that you're not playing a
socializing
character
problem.
right now?
You don't. You just have to decide if you do. The fact
Well,
that
I
you're
think as a comedian, you're almost to some degree almost always in character, like or in some kind of character now.
upset makes me feel like you don't think I am.
Got it. Well, thank you so much for hurting my self-esteem and probably keeping me inside tonight. Hope you have a great night.
Okay.
Even that's not real.
I think it's like funny that he's like, I don't like it when this really masculine man does a TikTok dance, but you're gonna have like a crybaby moment on the fucking thing. I swear I dodged that, bro. You're lying.
Yeah,
So
like
real.
You're going out tonight.
You
for
act like
sure.
I'm not going
you're gonna
out.
fucking-
Yeah, you're gonna party. It's okay, man. You're new to this, right?
How long you been doing this?
Entertainment. A while. I think you're a smart
Don't
dude.
get Schulz going, bro.
No, I want to get him going.
I do
You're gonna
think,
get- you're
I
gonna
do
get
think you're a
dusted.
smart guy.
Okay.
I do think you're a smart dude.
Sure.
I genuinely mean that.
Okay.
I think that you.
But what makes you
wanna-
think that I'm trying to do this for myself? Because I don't give a fuck.
I
We
mean,
can
we're,
take this
we're
out.
all doing this for some sort of self-benefit. That's why we're
True.
talking
Sure,
on a
but I
microphone.
do this 'cause I
recording
actually
it,
enjoy
and then
it.
putting it on YouTube.
I do this because I enjoy it, though.
Well, you do it because you enjoy it, and part of your enjoyment comes from getting paid. Am I right? Who's my favorite comedian? I can't. I'm not allowed to say. It's probably Jon Stewart because I just love him as a person. I do think Louis C.K. is funny, and I would have previously said him, but you know he sexually harassed women, which is bad enough. But then to top it off, he also had his manager, like, you know, to some degree, threaten the women, right? So that kind of makes me less inclined to enjoy him. Unfortunate, am I right?
I didn't say that you. Two things can be true, right?
Yeah.
You do this because you enjoy it. You also do this because you make money. You also
Well, and the money is part of the enjoyment. Like, I enjoy doing this too, bro. You want to know what makes me enjoy it a lot? Is that part of it is the money. There are things that I've done that made money that I didn't enjoy, but it's always going to be a factor in the situation. You know, it has to be, right? That's the way of life. So it's hard to do something that you enjoy that doesn't make money. What is this?
do it because you get clout. You also do it because you get to express your opinions.
Sure.
Multiple things can be true,
Okay.
right? So one thing doesn't override the other.
Sure.
What I'm saying is that if you were being your truest, purest, most authentic self, I think you would have behaved differently in the podcast. You would have got a different behavior from me. I'm not out here to bully someone who feels like insecure. Like, I think that's the worst thing ever. I think that
I'm out here.
if somebody feels insecure and they're pretending to be something they're not, you know, that's what it is.
Okay.
But I think you need to find yourself a little, man.
I'm just trying to
This
figure
has
out
gotten
where this
so
took
mean.
this turn.
We're still talking about you.
Where did this take this turn?
It's got so mean. I'm here for it, but it got so mean. You know, it sounds like he's the kid in high school, like, you know, that he was part of the cool kids group, but maybe he let them bully him a little bit just so he would get some attention, and like he's kind of happening now. You know, it's just kind of the progress or the cycle repeats itself. You know.
We don't even have to have the mics on, bro.
Well,
Wow.
how about this? I mean, everyone's fucking screaming. We gotta go.
I think we
Your
got to
guys,
wrap
our
up.
guys.
I think we got to wrap
But
up.
why don't
I
we
mean,
continue the rehab session
listen,
on the
Steiny,
live?
there's nothing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
About me, I got
Do
therapy
you
from
wanna come?
fucking
Do you
10
wanna
a.m. to
come?
6 p.m. I got therapy. So what you just did to me.
He's cute. He's a cutie.
What was that? Just
was definitely planned.
So this podcast was from 2022. This was from last year, like 8 months ago.
No, Schulz, what did I say that was so triggered? Did you tell me or no? Is this planned?
I thought you were fucking with me. I don't know. During the pod, there was a moment where I was like, I think this kid is fucking with me, and
So
you know, we can play that game.
Bro, everything I do is like a joke. You can't take it too seriously.
Even right now,
all right, that's probably not true. It sounded like he was being very real about like everything he was saying.
you're fucking with me.
I'm not, bro.
I don't know what to do with this fucking kid. This kid makes me feel uncomfortable, bro. I don't know what it is.
Wait, so this was like was this clips from podcasts they had not released because the kid was so embarrassed? I mean, that screams immaturity, no? Oh, Andrew Schulz asked him to not put it out. That makes sense. Okay, he said he thought it was a bad podcast. That makes more sense. Okay.